Hi, I'm Milton Rendell and welcome to Real News Friday. Like many, I'm in quarantine. Obviously this week has not been a good one in terms of not having COVID. But anyway, life goes on. So this week in terms of sales, what's been happening in the marketplace is 879 sales. That's up, particularly in the houses, up about 30%. But the land sales, was up about 6.9%. But the land sales were down about 30%. So overall, up about 2.2%. So that's where we are in terms of the market, in terms of sales. The amount of properties on the market, 8,532. Now that's up about 1% for the last week and up about 1.2% on a month ago, but still well down where we were about a year ago, about 5.5%. Now in terms of rentals, at the moment 2,298 rentals available, and that's up about 0.7%. But that's really not a big move. The rental market's still quite stable, still down about 2.7% on what it was a month ago, and still 19% down on a year ago. So the numbers are still fairly active, or the market's still fairly active. In terms of properties leased to the month, 672 for the week, and it's been quite busy. Now overall, there's been a lot of talk about the market and the changes, particularly to do with inflation and things like that. So I think what we're going to see is probably some indication over probably the next 6 weeks. They'll probably see some subtle changes in the marketplace, probably more in the eastern states than will WA. We've got probably a slightly stronger economy, and we will see where that leads in the next 3 to 6 months. But certainly we believe that the market will maintain. The other thing that I'm observing is probably a small increase in the number of properties to the market. It's up about 1,000 to where it was probably about 3 months ago. So we're just going to keep an eye on that. We're down to about 7,500, now we're up to about 8.5. So it's still a very, very healthy mark. Anything under 10,000 is still a very, very active marketplace. But we'll see where it leads. In the meantime, if you need to know anything more about real estate, check out realestateplus.com.au.